One thing we talk about a lot is that we're all learners and we all learn differently and we're always learning, and that knowledge is just not contained in the classroom. On the contrary, knowledge is all around, it's outside, it's in our families, it's in our culture. So I start thinking about, well, we all have the right to know, and we can also produce knowledge, not just consume it. So we write posters about that and how we question, like, well, what is knowledge, or who gets to say what knowledge is, and then why it's so important to make sure we have different perspectives, because we need those to have accurate information and to be making reasonable decisions and reasonable thinking. We also talk about thinkers and questioners. And so a thinker in the class is someone who questions, who can question the teacher, who can question their schooling, who can question things respectfully. And we talk about what that looks like. So it's not the questioning where you say, Mom, well, why do I have to clean my room? Not that type of questioning. But it's the questioning that involves, like, well, why am I doing this handout? Or why am I engaged in this learning process? So we actually, I guess, sit in a circle and act it out as to how you would question and what you would question. And the students question me all the time. So I think having that, I guess, almost authority, that autonomous learners, they start really engaging in that, and they engage each other, and they push each other, and they push me as well. So thinkers and questioners, and we talk a lot about college on a daily basis. And first of all, a necessity for why we go to college and learning, and you can go to any college in the world. I print a lot of the different, a list of different colleges, and then they do research of the different programs that are on there. Especially, I think, in a community that is labeled low socioeconomic, and college is rarely talked about sometimes in these communities. So I really make it a point to talk about college and talk about the different degrees and about the different things you can learn in any part of the world. So the students have been very successful, like I mentioned earlier, not just socially but academically. They're very, 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 they got in the highest percentile of the school. Most of my students are make up that percentile. So they just didn't pass their state exams. They passed very well those state exams.